Gone. God dang. Why? Let's come down a little lower. Or we live hits. It is out there, man. That was so easy. Oh, that pissed me off, actually. I just want to come down a little bit more. Now it's gone. That was such an easy setup. NASDAQ, man. Come on. You didn't have to do that. It's gone. No coming back, guys. All right, guys, so we're live. Quick. All right. Guys, good morning. Let's talk about NASDAQ shortly here. We are live today, per usual. Okay. Also, trader, Texas Heist. Where did it go? Trying to get this right, guys. All prices moving. All right, let's get this pasty down. There we go. All right. It's probably gonna run out these lows here. So what I was expecting was for price to drop lower into this C4 here and explode. It fell short of it, but it entered this nice little loot zone, fair value gap as we call it, and then took off. So perhaps a mistrade, but it's Monday. Don't want to touch these markets. At this point, I won't be trying to buy anything here. Ideally, I'm just trying to capture nice little 50-point runs in the market. So that's that. I'm gonna go on MNQM for a second, guys. And right now, if you notice on MNQU, if you're trading futures, you're gonna go on barchart.com and look at the differences between MNQU and MNQM. Look at their volumes and open interest, because currently the markets are transitioning to the new contract, which would be MNQU, but this one still has a lot of open interest. Okay, I don't want to do that. We're curious about the back test. Hope you guys had a great weekend. It's Monday. Please do not feel inclined to press too many buttons. Just starting. But I think we're gonna have a very volatile first half of the week. Maybe some manipulation one way, and then Wednesday after CPI sets the tone to go the other way. That's not what I'm expecting. Where's MNQM? Okay. I'm just gonna stick to watching this one. But again, nice move. Drop lower. Price takes off. Remember, 9:30 opening price is essentially right here. So let's look at it from a regular trading hour perspective. Let's do this. Last week Friday closed there. So let's mark that up. New week opening gap below. Where we are today, 9:30, essentially right here. That's your new week opening gap high. I'm going to categorize this. All we've done so far is run up higher, take out these highs. So these highs could be in jeopardy if we catch some steam here. If I'm being frank with you guys, I think for the week, we're going to make our way lower. My eyes are really, from a daily perspective, I want to see us make our way back here, take out these lows, and potentially these lows. I think we're really trading between this weekly loot zone, right? And it won't be low here. I won't be surprised if we hit this and then start rejecting. So that's just an anticipation. But it could very well just keep going higher. We have to go what the market gives us. So far, the week starting up high. Will it keep on maintaining its bullish momentum? We're going to see. Daily perspective, we have these highs we can take out. We also have these lows here. So again, if we start rejecting, my eyes are going here. Especially if we get a close below the shaded area. What is this area? Daily chart over here. If we get a strong close below there on a daily level, daily perspective, then these lows should be targeted, and then perhaps we find a way in here. So on that 4 hour. 4 hour, again, you just took out these highs. The question is, do we have momentum to take out these highs? Do we have that momentum? Why is this here? I don't like how this is thinking. So the question, do we have momentum to take out these highs here? I mean, these highs. From a 4 hour perspective. 1 hour chart. We're still trading in this 1 hour level. So I'm gonna watch to see how this 1 hour candle actually closes to see if we strongly close outside of this nice little area here. On 15-minute chart. 15-minute chart again. Just a quick explosive move. Last thing you want to do is be buying above opening price. So right now we're above 9:30 opening price and above midnight opening price. So I do not want to entertain any buys. And then from a 5-minute perspective, again, let's just keep watching closely here. See if we got any entertainment on shorts. If we got some shorts, my thoughts are maybe just run it back lower to this level here, 15-minute C4, and then maybe take off higher. So essentially, if we do get a little run lower, I just want to run out 9:30 lows and then make our way higher again. That's what I like to see. Apart from that, we're just watching price. Nothing to do. It's Monday. Don't feel stressed. Relax. Relax your nerves. Don't be in a hurry to make all that money. Don't press too many buttons. Ideally, maybe take like 2 trades per session. Try to target 50 points. Don't force it. Don't force it. It's Monday. It is Monday. It's Monday, Monday, Monday. I will not be forcing any buttons. So, just while we're here, so this is the account again. I've been trading, right? We are at almost 120. So we started at 100, up almost 19% when that starts to count. You can see the history on it, guys. And look at the most recent streak we've been on. All these green. One little red in here. Green. Have some red in here. All that green. Okay. So this is me. Though yes, quote unquote demo account, but that's what I'm using to show you guys because I'm not gonna put myself at risk, right? So I'm not a financial advisor. So everything I do with demo account, please do not press buttons based on anything I say. I'm not a financial advisor at all. All right, this is just me having a good time doing what I do on a daily basis. But anyways, you can see what the tier we've been on, right? Look at this, all this greenery, taking trades, right? So and we had this one stench here, but it has been really, you know, solid. Okay, so we're up about almost 20. We're at 19%. Let's see if we get a 20. Let's see if we get 20% today. If we get a 50-point run without taking any losses, right, then we should get it there. So I'm going back. You see, so I've been trading this account. It's not like I haven't. Whereas again, it started on what 6th of May, so about a month and a week, 18% or 19%. I'll take that. And some days I don't trade it. I just use my fun account. So if you look here, I have this fun one. With this one, I just literally, in fact, we'll probably do that today, unless I see a nice setup. I just stick to the market, meaning I have to either be in a buy or sell at all time. So at this point, since it's Monday, let's actually do this today. So for today, unless I see a solid setup, then I might just switch over to the other account I just showed you guys. But for now, I have to choose to be in the market, either buying or selling at all freaking times. So at this moment, I just want to buy. I'm just gonna use one contract. That's it. This is just for fun. Okay. This is how you get a stronger read on price or price is doing. So, and it helps you build your intuition. So we're just gonna buy. No stop loss, no nothing. We're just gonna stay in the market. And we're only gonna flip to we can't just get out of the position. We have to flip sides. So when I feel comfortable enough, I'm gonna flip to a sell. But until then, we're just gonna stick to buy. It's a good drill. If you haven't done it, you should do it. You definitely should do it. It really will help your intuition. You always gotta be pressing buttons to make money. You know, basketball players practice. Every sports has that practice, right? Practice doesn't mean you shouldn't be training hard, but just practice. Have a good time with it. So this is one drill. Shout out to ICT. This is a good drill. Stay in the market. Pick a side. Are you gonna be a buyer or seller? Bull or bear at all times until you leave the market. Oh my god, I really need to walk my dog. He's sitting on my lap. I'm like, should have done that. I know. I had a little hiccup. Like I was gonna walk him along a while ago, but I realized how much. I just wanted to mark up. Pretty much, I marked up two charts. The MNQ chart. Whoa, ChatGPT. Nah, I like. Hold on, ChatGPT is talking about you can switch to a man's voice. Sorry, I don't like your voice, ChatGPT. What are you talking about? Please. I don't know what she's talking about. Please, I like your voice. What are you talking about?
Ah, thank you. I was just explaining the difference between open interest volume in futures contracts. Were you asking about grilling or trading? I might have jumped ahead a bit.
See, ChatGPT, you know, hey, I was grilling yesterday, and I was definitely talking about the markets earlier today. All right, ChatGPT, let me get serious. I'm trading right now, okay? So please, let me do my thing. Stop eavesdropping on my conversation. All right, guys, I want to sell this right now. Actually, ugh, what do you reverse? Dang, it's too late. Move too quick. It's gonna sell. Sorry, I was paying attention to freaking ChatGPT. All right, so now reversing. Let's see if we can get that run I was talking about below here. Would I give us 50-point run? Perhaps.
Just to be sure,
Why is she
are you
still
talking about a
listening to me?
specific trade? Maybe on June 1st?
Oh
Or
my
is that
god,
related to a
ChatGPT
document
is
invoice
something
or a
else.
Bible verse like Ecclesiasticus 6 verse 1? Can you clarify what you mean by reversing and bill?
Guys, ChatGPT is. Oh, what's going on with this thing? Jeez, get off my phone. All right, so we're selling this thing now. Let's just see if we have momentum. Where will I be targeting? Low here. Below here. All right. Yeah, that was an aggressive move. Go sit down, please. All right, let me walk my dog because this guy is doing a lot right now. But okay, so that immediately. Um, is there news that dropped? All right, give me a second. I'm walking dog. This dog is doing too much on my life. All right. Guys, sorry for this function. Give me like really 2 minutes. I'm just gonna walk this dog real quick. Um, I try to sell that thing, see how aggressively push higher. Aggressively. That's why you need to have stop loss in place too. These markets are not playing. Volatility is crazy. Literally. Out of nowhere, shot up aggressively. that was even about. I'll be right back. guys, I'm back. So they are tearing up, tearing up. These are going higher. Okay. So you guys saw me. I tried to take a sell here, just a little. Try to see if the market's going to crash down a little bit. And hold on, let me look at the NASDAQ from me, S&P before I talk to early. Okay, S&P is understand. So yeah, I tried to short it on this move here, and it literally, you guys saw, it just jumped up aggressively, right? For almost like what 50 points. So if you had no stop loss in place, like this, is why these markets are really volatile. You got to be careful. If you had no stop loss in place, let's just say you're trading a tiny account, and the market just rips way beyond what your usual. Because I like to do 30 points or sometimes 20 points in my stop loss, and it just rips way beyond because of how quick it just snapped up higher. It didn't even give you a chance to put in your stop loss. You gotta be careful with these markets, guys. These markets are very, very volatile. There's all the war that's going on across the globe. But again, so we just end up buying, right? Again, this is just a drill. I have to pick to be a buyer or seller at all times throughout my course of being live today. And for back to buys after saw that immediate aggressive reaction. So tuition tells me we're probably gonna go higher, right? Versus if you're not doing this drill, market goes up high, you're like, well, what do I do? Just get out. I don't know what the market's doing. Well, intuition is probably telling you it's gonna go higher. This gives you the opportunity to listen to it. So we're still pushing higher, up about 70 points from that entry. Let's keep watching this. This market's showing no indication of slowing down, by the way. It is tearing up. Let's look at it from a bigger view now at this point. 15-minute chart. Let's have our 5-minute chart. Let's do this for a second. We have these highs for target. Okay. Now, anything of interest there after we take out those highs. Let's highlight this real quick. I'm the biggest fan of it, but let's just highlight this real quick. Let's go to 1 hour chart. See what I like on this 1 hour chart. I'm going too far, sorry. What's on this 1 hour chart that I like or don't like? I mean, these highs are clearly in jeopardy. I mean, at this point, we could just keep on tearing to 22,500. I don't know if wants to do that out the gate. I don't see that happening. That would be a crazy day again, so it's not gonna happen. So, anyways, these highs are in jeopardy around the 1 hour chart. Um, it's like we're going. It's liquidity. When we get there, the question what happens. It's highlighting on the 15-minute chart. I'll blow this up for a second. What we have in here is this nice little nice little loot zone. Nice little loot zone here. So we have a nice little zone, and we have these highs here. So I want to see how markets react when they get up here. If it does get up here and they start rejecting back aggressively, maybe that'll give us some indication of what might happen. But right now, like, there's nothing to do but just keep watching these markets. There's one thing I wish I got into. I ain't gonna lie to you guys. Here, I called this out in my chat, in the Texas Heist chat. Again, if you're not following the Texas Heist YouTube channel, you should. I'll be trading live here on the current channel you're on, and also on the Texas Heist channel as well. Um, so I'll be flipping between the two, right? Um, Live trading, NASDAQ. What I highlighted the C4 here. I want to see price tap into that. It literally just fell short of it, and then boom, explode. And we have gone up almost 150 points on a Monday. That's good. Could have caught that if it just came right here, but didn't give us that satisfaction. Just decided to take off. If you look very closely here, there's also a nice little C4. I mean, a loot zone here, or a fair value gap right here. That price literally traded into. So perhaps I was trying to be too precise. I could have really got in here, and then I really should have done that, but whatever. No regrets, they say. But that's one. It's one I could have participated in if I just didn't try to find precision. Could have been it right there. Had a price take off. Mm-hmm. 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 There's nothing to do. Let's keep watching. See if price can take out these highs. If it does that, then we'll consider if we want to short this thing a little bit. But again, it's a very strong day so far. Keep in mind, there's a gap in here. If you look at the regular trading hours, right, there's a gap right here between this new week opening gap high, below. There's a gap right there. Okay, so keep that in mind. So when you look at regular trading hours, you can see that right there. Regular trading hours too, you can see those smooth highs. So we're watching to see if price wants to run that out. And then what happens from there? Do we keep on going higher to get these highs, or is this going to be a nice run, then drop? I think it'll just go straight shot there. It might just run and drop, but if it drops first, I'll let see drop first and still shoot up there. The question is, where can it drop to? So I like this down close candle here. So if price comes in there, let's see how it looks on the 1 minute chart for a second. Oh yeah, I like this level. If we can get lucky, I want to see price drop in here. And I'll consider, I'm already long, but this is what I'm looking for. So even if it comes back down, consider price dropping here. And then make its way higher. I wouldn't expect around these lows if it drops here. Only thing about this trade I don't like, right, is not below, even if it drops here, it's not below 930 opening price. So even when if it comes down here, I need to watch what speed and momentum it's coming down with. Now, if it drops aggressively and closes outside this shaded green area, then I will look for that run below these lows. But right now, I do like a little move here. Higher price. This is an A plus setup. Not necessarily. Why? It's not below any opening prices. It's not below 930 opening price, not below midnight opening price, which are the levels I like to use to gauge whether something's a discount or premium. So if AM doesn't give us something that looks good, um, then I'll be looking for a PM session to offer something. So as US traders, you have to think about it this way. And if you ever traded currencies, they have two sessions that they can trade. London session from 2 to 5, right? Then they take a little lunch break between that 5 to 7, and they trade from 7 to 10 or 7 to 11. Those are their two sessions. We have in the US, we can trade, every given trade indices, AM and PM session. You can trade 9:30 to 12, New York time, take a break, and come back from 1 to 4. So even if this doesn't offer, you gotta look at it this way. If this doesn't offer you the ideal setup, we're looking for like 50 points. Come back in PM session, see if it offers that. All right, so it looks like if it straight shoots here, then my opinion on this dropping lower and offering buys is different. I would like to see, I would have loved to see it go lower first and then hit the level that we have highlighted on our 15-minute chart, which is a high right here. Everything is boring. It gets boring. This is the fun part, looking at price. Talking about what it's going to do beforehand. Having the patience to sit through it. And being slow to press buttons. At some point, my mind is telling me we're going to have to. This is Monday. Now, can Monday just keep going crazy high Yes. I'm thinking this first half of the week again is one way, then it goes the other way midweek. Um, so going higher first, you might see sell-offs happen later. But it's Monday. At some point, I would like to see retracing back into the range. I'm not gonna force a button here, but just saying. That's the logic I'm thinking of. I'm always thinking about logically, not just contextually, not just technical. Contextually, what makes sense? Like to the left, what we see on that on the 50-minute chart, are those highs? Should those highs get ran or not? Yes, they should. So with context, we might be bearish on this market, or I might be bearish, but we're right near those highs. So should I look for sells before we hit that? No. You want to see that get tagged first before you can consider some sells. Or if it doesn't get tagged, you want to look at a correlated asset like S&P. If S&P tags those highs and NASDAQ does not, and you see an aggressive breakdown, then that's an opportunity. But if it's not tagged on either pair, either asset, try to sell before that's crazy. Patiently wait. By the way, can't do this or talk what I'm talking right now if you're just if you just trade freaking bat patterns and stuff. Bat patterns, butterfly patterns, and you know, Bollinger Bands, all kinds of stuff. They just simply look at the markets. Where are the highs and lows? Who's in position to win? Who's going to be in position to lose? You know, and the markets attack highs and lows. That's what they attack it. It's not an area where you want to be using as quote unquote supportive resistance. By nature, they do end up somewhat being supporting resistance because once they run it out, they typically then try to, you might see a reversal. But they will run it out first, tear through the buy stops or stop losses before they reverse. So then you have people drawing out a nice little heavy zone because you see a wick that went right above a high. What's the zone? Well, no, the damage was done on that wick and then it started tracing price. It's all about context of what's happening during that moment. And right now, we want to see around these highs. And then if it starts coming down lower aggressively, we can consider selling. It does not mean we're using the area as a support or resistance level. Just run it, let the markets attack it, and then we'll see if we see any breakdown after. Because it could attack and just keep going. So don't just blindly sell right when it hits that level, which is what those zones teach you, right? Those zones teach you that, hey, price is here, price is in this zone. We can sell. And then there'll be traders. I used to do this, that's why I know. It's a supply zone. So there'll be traders that's selling right now. Now understanding, you want to see the market at least take out these highs first. And maybe if it gives you starts breaking down further, then you can consider those sales. But right now, I would not want to try to sell because it's a quote unquote zone. That's garbage information, sorry. And then where we put your stop loss, right? If you sold right here, because you see the zone, where would your stop loss be? Maybe 100 points up. So that's the difference. Versus you wait for a breakdown after it takes out its highs and then put your stop loss. Maybe you have a 20-point stop loss. Better feel, better risk reward setup. So again, let's just keep watching. Just give you an example of some retail. We're all retail, but like just basic retail information that traders use. And I've used in the past where they see this nice little area, a lot of selling, and they'll just click sell right now. There's a zone. Versus you wait for it to get attacked, knock people out already in sales from Thursday. You have to understand this. There might be some options contracts in the place. Maybe they're winning and they didn't close out. You know, they saw do a little dancing around on Friday. They said, well, you might just keep going. And here we are today, going higher against those that were shorts. So that's all the market is. It's always knocking out those that participants are currently in the winning hand. You want to be able to tell who they're going after. So watch these highs get tagged. And we'll see what happens from there. I'm in buys right now, so again, let's see when I feel uncomfortable to put the sells. Again, we're going to constantly stay in this market. Maybe I just stick to the buy the whole time, the whole session. We'll see if I get that feeling or unction. And notice how it's like flirting with those highs. So long as there are some traders, that's how I internalize it. Sometimes I do a straight shot aggressively, right? And sometimes I just tease that level because I make retail traders very comfortable with seeing sales. So we're getting some rejection. Getting some rejection. It looks like today looks like it wants to do that, right? Or traders think we're getting some rejection here. And they might see a pullback. This would have to end up being an aggressive pushback higher. So I would like to see this pullback now, just to push price higher. But the more they stay here, the more people are even enticed. Some people are enticed to do a couple things. One, sell. And so also those are enticed to, once it breaks above here, they have a buy stop in place. They're just going to buy because they're buying strength, quote unquote. We don't do none of that. None of that. We observe and strike when necessary. Hmm. Price just playing. If it starts coming down, we got this nice little equal lows here. That'll be a nice little run on liquidity. And then it might just go back to one area I got in for some buys, or again back here for some buys. If we don't get a straight shot here. There we go. About to tag it aggressively. One thing that price left though in place. These equal lows right here. So I like the idea of it coming to take these eventually. I don't know when it's gonna do it. But I like how left is here. Price comes back to it eventually. I want to see that get wiped out. Also left this here. I don't know if price gonna come down that aggressive. I'm looking at these lows here as well, but we'll see if it's gonna come down that aggressively. Let's watch what happens from here. Okay. So now those highs have been ran out. I still don't feel inclined to sell right away. All right. I just tapped it. So I want to see more of a push against that. I'll prefer a deeper run. All right, guys. So let's see. I think we're getting some rejection here. Question is it worth putting on that risk? Is it worth the risk? Is the question. I think I can flip here, guys, to some cells first. Hold on. All right, we can see this potentially. I'm not saying it will because it's barely tapped here, but let's see. Let's see if we can give it some cells here. Quite frankly, guys, I'm looking at the 5 second chart. Let's pull out the 5 second chart. See, it has a cleaner breakdown. Let's see if it can be sustained, right? But it's a second chart, so it's easy just to aggressively push higher. But based on the nice little breakdown so far, I like it. Ideally, I want to see stay below these highs for a sell. But anyways, we're gonna go back to that 1 minute view. It's too advanced. Feel a little bit better in sales for now. So again, we're just on today. What we're doing is practicing constantly flipping between either buys or sells. I got to constantly see the market. I think if this gets a sell off, I'll just want to see if we can at least get these equal lows. All right, these lows are the target here. All right, so if we're getting the sell off here, these lows are the target. Again, I was looking at the 5 second chart. It moves too quick for you guys, so I don't want to burden you guys with that view. So that's really advanced. So let's just see if we do get that drop. Okay. But from a 1 minute perspective, we do have this breakdown here. And ideally, these up close candles should also drop price as well. Start getting a drop. These lows should be a target. And I'm not saying we're gonna fully reverse from here, even if we get that drop. It's just again, our goal is to catch like a 50-point run if possible. So 50-point run from here, 184, like 130-ish. Close enough. If we can get this run here. We get that run. Maybe we make our way here. We need to start seeing some momentum. And I'll show you guys that 5-second view. If it plays out or what changes my perception. So